everybody. Welcome to my booth. Happy Thursday. I'm Jay, and this sample's from Tarek. It's a nice little vignette of Icarus and Daedalus discussing how they're going to get out of Dodge, as it were. So we'll give it a listen and see what we can come up with to help out. If you'd like me to review audio of yours, there's a form in the description. Just make sure that you are subscribed and then fill that out. Send me something, and we'll do one of these with you ASAP. There's also coaching on my website if that's more your speed. Enough said, let's dig in.
This prison, it's suffocating. The walls seem to close in more every day.
Father, do you think we will ever get out of here? King Minos seems determined to keep us locked away forever.
My son, Minos may have us trapped, but he underestimates the ingenuity of a craftsman. There must be a way out.
Pausing for just a moment. Really nice start. I love the atmosphere that you've created here with the music and the tone and the two different characters. Just pausing to say that.
And I'm determined to find it. There must be a way out. And I'm determined to find it.
Do you have a plan, Father?
I've been studying the birds that fly past our window. Their freedom, their ability to soar above the walls. It inspired me. What if we too could fly?
Fly? But how? We don't have wings.
Not yet.
Oh, cliffhanger. I love it. Okay, so in discussing a couple things, there are a few things that I'll just touch on technically speaking that will help you out. Firstly, your levels, meaning the loudness of either your microphone or the way you've processed your audio for Icarus and his son are quite different, which results in a sort of jockeying back and forth of loudness. So I can tell just by looking when Icarus is speaking because it's quiet, and when his son is speaking because it's quite a bit louder. So all that to say is, if you don't want to do that either on your interface or as you're recording, just make sure in post-production that you're leveling out between the two characters so that they are all equally loud relative to each other. And that'll just help the cohesiveness or cohesion of the whole piece, I think, a little bit more. Then in terms of the processing, I can't really hear a whole lot because of the music beneath. But I think my main note would be just make sure that you're matching the levels between your characters, either as you're recording or between recordings. Now let's talk about performance stuff, the fun bit. I love these two characters, and I love this little scene. I think I don't know if you wrote this scene or if you found it somewhere, but it's a really nice little complete vignette. So I dig it in terms of the content here. Some things that I think might help you out in terms of the emotional stakes of each moment and painting the atmosphere of where exactly they are, giving us a sense of how long they've been there, how truly claustrophobic the space is, and all that stuff. And so what I mean by that, in like these first few lines, for example,
this prison, it's suffocating. The walls seem to close in more every day.
Right now it seems like he's talking a bit to himself, which is a perfectly fine choice. Another option would be, is he talking to his son? Is he just sort of like venting to his son? Or is he venting to the room, venting to the world, venting to the gods? Who knows? But I would love to hear a bit more of the emotional weight of it. You're heading in that direction, but just taking on board a bit more of this prison. When he says this prison, what do the walls look like? What does it smell like? How truly claustrophobic has he been here? Did something just happen? forced him to start saying this? Is this the anniversary? And just all those little details that you can either make up for yourself. Maybe you can find them in the text if it is a longer piece. But all of those little things, if you spend the time thinking about and imagining them, they'll help to really ground it a bit more. Additionally, the thrust of this scene is, how are we going to get out of here? And so starting with we're here, we're trapped, it's suffocating, the walls get closer and closer. But we find later that he's been studying the birds, so he has this idea. So yeah, I don't know if you want to plant that a little bit earlier, the idea that he is mulling over, God, this prison is just suffocating. The walls are just getting closer and closer, and him having in the back of his mind, how do we get out of here? I've been studying these birds and that stuff. I do like the contrast with his son, who still, it sounds like, has a bit of hope.
Father, do you think we'll ever get out of here? King Minos seems determined to keep us locked away.
At least in the tone, but I guess in terms of the shift here, I guess that would be a nice thing to explore. Where do the shifts happen in this piece? Because if the son is truly losing hope, he's been holding on for hope, as many children do, that something will change. Maybe we'll get out of here. But maybe this is the moment that his son realizes, I don't think we're ever going to get out of here. And then it's up to his dad,
My son, Minos may have us trapped.
to make the change. Maybe Icarus did lose faith here. This is him losing faith. His son sees it, also loses faith, and then all of a sudden he realizes, oh no, I can't let my son's heart be broken right now. How do I get us out of here? And then he finds a new resolve. So shifts like that can be helpful, where one person loses it. And anyway, having those shifts and turns could be really, really valuable and exciting to explore more so in this piece. So again, focusing on the reality of the situation and really diving into the small details, what they ate last, what it smells like, etc., I think will really help to liven up the imagination and experience of things. And then the interplay between the characters and how the loss of hope in one forces the other to contend with that, and how they play back and forth, and then the hope of where they're going to go next. And I think a lot of that will serve to just liven this up a bit more and make it a little bit more, I can't think of the word, but just it'll inject more life into it than you have now. And I think that will just serve to help. And that's not to say that you don't have life in this now. It's just, I think you can go further. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you, my friend. And for the rest of you, I hope this was helpful and interesting as well. And until the next one of these, be well, everybody, and I'll see you there. Toodles.